Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this pattern that you can then incorporate your gradient into to get that really cool 3D volcano looking effect. And you can see what it's basically composed of is two sets of circles. You have these larger outer ones, and then on the inside, about a third of it, not about, a third of it is taken up with, no, it's about a third, is taken up with these circles that have their bottom here, okay? Now, I'm doing this on a 12 by 12 inch piece of cardstock, so that way if you're doing a 12-inch board, this exact formula that I'm going to give you will work. If you want to do a larger board, you might want to really think about that because it's going to take a long time doing, unless you're going to do something different in the rows. I did swooshes and it really took a long time doing it on a 12-inch, but you do you. I'll show you at the end how you can adjust the math to make it work on different sizes. But the gist is this. On a smaller piece, if you want to compress this down to a smaller piece, you're going to have fewer rows to work with on your gradient. So the way I have this set up right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outer rows. So with that, I could do 4 shades of my gradient and 3 whites. So white, 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 and then 4 shades of my gradient going from light to dark. Or I could do 5 gradient shades and 2 outer rows of white. It just depends on what effect you're going for. Same out here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and then an inner circle that you probably, I don't know, you might want to make that just your very darkest color, or I made mine actually a little lighter so it would show up, but you're going light to dark. So if you don't count that center circle, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows to work with. And again, you play, that's where you as an artist will do your thing. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to draw a line down the center of your page, and that's for another pattern, and number it and mark off every centimeter. So this is 12 inches, so there's 30 centimeters, and then I numbered up to 15 because that's the only numbers we're going to need, just so that you can follow along. You don't have to number it once you know how to do the pattern. I'm just doing that so that you'll know where I'm at by what number I'm saying, and you'll be on the same spot. Okay, so we're gonna draw this first set of circles first, this inner set of circles first, and the bottom is in the center here. So we're not gonna start at the bottom of the page, we're gonna flip the page around and we're gonna start up here. And what you want to do is you want to take your compass and you want to back it up 1 from 15. So 15 is the center. That's where our center is because we have 30 centimeters. We want to back it up 1 centimeter to number 14. That's where we put our needle. Open your compass up to number 13. Open your pencil to number 13. And draw your first circle. That first circle is always the hardest because I hate drawing tiny little circles with a compass. It's always easier to turn your paper or turn the turntable in this case. All right. And now we're just going to get rolling on the pattern. So from here, we are just going to keep moving our compass needle up 1 more place. So we were at 14, we want to go to 13. And open your compass back up to number 15. So to the bottom, remember we're starting our bottom here, this circle. So needle goes at 13, compass opens to 15, and draw another circle. It should pass through number 11 perfectly. Okay, and then take your compass needle and go down one more to number 12. Again, open it up to 15. And draw your circle. Take your compass point to number 11 and stay on that vertical line that you made. Open it to 15 and draw your circle. And by now you should start to get a feel for the pattern that you're doing, and it should start rolling pretty quickly. So compass needle to number 10, open to number 15, draw your circle. Compass needle to number 9, open to number 15, draw your circle. And one more we have room for. Compass needle on number 8, open to number 15, and draw your circle. Okay, so there's that inner set of circles. These right here we've just drawn. Okay, now we're going to flip the paper over because now our bottom is going to be down here. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to find where the center of this circle was. I think it should be at number 8. The whole big circle, yeah. So wherever your center was, it was number 8. I want you to go up 1, so to number 9. So plant your compass at number 9. Open the pencil up to number 1. So we're doing the same thing, we're just going the other way, and we're starting at number 9. And draw a big circle. And each time it should be passing through one of your centimeter marks. Okay, now go up to number 10. Open your compass to number 1. And draw a circle. Compass to number 11. Open to number 1. Draw your circle. Compass to number 12. Open to number 1. Draw your circle. Whoops, I accidentally opened my compass. Compass to number 13. Open to number 1. And so on and so on. Keep going. Compass to number 14, open to number 1. And compass to number 15, open to number 1. And then I guess one more. It's going to take me all the way to the edge of the paper though, and I'm not sure actually if that's going to work. Hold on, because I'm out of that circle now. Let me see what this will do. Oops. Yeah, that takes me off the paper. Okay, so I might have lied about how many rows you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that's right. 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's how you do that pattern. Now, you always want to have this bottom set of circles starting in the center. So if you're doing an 8 centimeter board, you'd have 20 centimeters. You'd want to start the bottom at number 10. But remember, you go up 1 to start your actual circle, but the bottom of it would be at number 10. And even though it's at the center of the board, because your circles are going downward, it takes up about a third of the whole piece. This set of circles does. Okay, so, and then just, you make your line and you make as many centimeters as you have to work with. If you're doing a 20 centimeter board, then you would do 20 instead of 30. And, you know, if it helps to number off your spaces at first, at least the first half of them, then you should do that. It helps me. And then I just take my compass and kind of go, okay, I'm gonna go up 1, because remember, we didn't start at number 15 with our compass point. We went up to number 14 to make this circle here. So you have to, and then each circle takes up actually 2 centimeters. So basically the formula is this, is what I kind of figured it out. However many rows times 2 plus 3 equals the number of centimeters. So however you want to work with that. But so if we had 20 centimeters, then how many rows would that be? You would do the math backwards. You would say, all right, well, minus 3 is 17. Divided by 2 doesn't even go. So I'm not sure if that's going to work actually at all for another size. It worked for the 12 inch. I don't know, you'll just have to play with it. I only did it on a 12 inch, and this is how many rows I got. I just know there'll be less rows obviously on a smaller board. All right, I wanted to, while I had you, go ahead and show you that other pattern that is the one that some of you had mentioned. I had directed you to Andrea's page, but some of you are having trouble with the language barrier over there. So I just thought, while I had you, real quick, I'll just show you how to do that pattern, because it really is very similar to what we just did, except actually it's easier. So here you do definitely, however much space you're wanting to fill is how many tick marks you'll make down your row. So I've got 30 centimeters here marked off. I got a row down the center with 30 centimeters marked off. And it's really a lot the same thing. You're going to start except we're going to start on one side and then we're going to do the other side. So you start with number 2. Remember, we have to move up 1, because if we start at number 1, we're going to go off the board, off the paper. So we go up to number 2, because that's going to be the center of our first circle. Open our, and I'm not going to do this whole piece. I'm only just going to do part of this to get you going on the pattern. And open your compass to number 3 and make that first. And you do need to be very accurate on this pattern. You want to make sure you've got your centimeters perfectly marked and that you're getting your compass perfectly open to where it needs to be. So test it each time. In other words, let me show you on the next circle. All right, so I'm going to go up 1 to number 3. And I want to put my compass exactly where the number 3 crosses that line. Don't worry so much about your circle, but if your circle's not in the same spot, you're off. Your accuracy is already off. So the way that you test it is, so we're on number 3, open our compass back up to number 1, perfectly to number 1, and before you draw your circle, check that it's going to pass through number 5. And if it is, go ahead and draw your circle. So take your time on this pattern, because if your accuracy is off, it won't bite you in the butt until you get to the second half. Okay, so I was just at number 3 with my compass. Now I'm going to go to number 4, and again open my compass to number 1. Check that it's going to pass through number 7 and draw your circle. I'll do about half the page. Go up to number 5. Open your compass to number 1. Check that it's going to go through number 9, and it is. And draw your circle. And I'll do one more. So compass to number 6. Open to number 1. Check that it's going to go through number 11, and it is. And draw your circle. And so you keep doing that all the way across your space. Once you get to the other side, flip your paper over and simply start on the other end doing the same thing. So start, in this case, since I stopped at number 11, I'm going to go back and, oh wait, let me think about this. Nope. Not start at number 11, we got to go up 1 to number 10 and open your compass to number 11 and number 9. So basically what you're doing is, what you're wanting to do is you want to make your circles so that they, hate drawing that first circle so much, so that they just touch, and the bottom so you see what I'm saying? You want the circles to just touch. So that's, if you're down over here, if you've landed your last circle at number 30, then you turn the paper over, you would start at number 29 and open to 30. And each time you would open to number 30 all the way across. All right, so we were just at number 10. Now we're going to open to number 9. I'm sorry, plant our compass at number 9. Open again to number 11, the bottom. And test and make sure that it's going to just touch this circle here at number 7. Sorry, I probably just went off frame. Okay, and then compass at number 8. Open to number 11. Check that your circles are going to just touch, and they do. Compass to number 7. Open to number 11. Check that your circles just touch, and they do. And there's a small version of that double sphere pattern. And you can see you get those cool things in the center that you can do stuff in, and these neat little things. It's a really cool pattern. It gives you a lot of neat things to do. So there you go. Play around, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.